Most men fail with women. Not because they're not good enough, not because they don't try hard enough, but because they chase. They see a woman they like, and they chase. They text first, they double text, they plan the dates, they rearrange their lives, they try to prove they're worth it. But let me ask you something. When was the last time proving yourself actually made her want you more? What if I told you that chasing is the biggest turnoff? The fastest way to kill her attraction? What if I told you, the more you chase, the less she values you? Now think about this. Have you ever noticed how the guys women obsess over never chase them? The guys she can't stop thinking about, they don't overextend. They don't blow up her phone. They're just there, grounded, focused, moving in their own direction. And that drives her crazy. Here's the truth nobody told you. When you chase, you flip the script. You give her the power. You become the entertainer, and she becomes the audience. But attraction doesn't work like that. Not for women. See, women aren't drawn to effort. They're drawn to energy, to presence, to value. And the more you chase, the more she starts thinking, if he's trying this hard, what's wrong with him? Let that sink in. The men who win, the men she can't resist, they don't need her. They don't try to impress. They don't run behind. They stand still. And she steps forward. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 powerful reasons why you should never chase women ever again. And by the end of this, you'll see why letting her come to you isn't just smarter, it's stoic. Are you ready? Let's see your mistakes before we get into it. Let me guess, you gave her attention. You showed up, you were consistent, kind, thoughtful. You did everything you were taught to do. And still, she pulled away. You started the conversations. You planned the dates. You made the effort, all of it. You were there, hoping she'd finally see your worth. But instead of getting closer, she drifted. Her replies got slower. Her interest faded. Eventually, you're staring at your phone wondering, what did I do wrong? Let me tell you about one of my clients. Let's call him Mike. Mike's a solid guy, works hard, stays in shape. Met this girl he was really into. Thought she was different. He told me, bro, I text her every morning. I compliment her. I send goodnight messages. I even surprised her with gifts, and at first she was into it. But then she started replying late, then cold, then nothing. He was confused, angry, hurt. He said, I treated her like a queen, and she still ghosted me. But I told him the hard truth. It wasn't what he was doing, it was why he was doing it. He wasn't being generous, he was chasing, and women can feel that. See, the more he chased, the more she backed off. Not because he wasn't good enough, but because he made her the prize. It's normal for a man to make a move on a lady he likes. But chasing is wrong, and the moment she notices it, the mystery is gone. The energy shifts. She doesn't have to wonder if you like her. She already knows. There's no tension, no curiosity, no thrill. You might think effort shows love, but in her world, too much effort too soon feels like pressure. It screams insecurity. It whispers, I need you. And that's the one thing women can't respect. A man who needs them more than they need him. Once you see why chasing backfires, you can flip the script. You can stop being the one who proves himself and become the man who attracts effort from her. I'm going to break down the 5 psychological reasons why chasing women never works and how to shift that dynamic so that she chases you. Let's dive in. Number 1, chasing kills attraction. Let me tell you something most men don't realize. Chasing kills attraction. Stone cold dead. And here's why. Women are biologically wired to respond to value, not effort, not nice words, not how many good morning texts you send. Value. Now, when a man chases, what is he really saying underneath all the words and gestures? He's saying, you're more valuable than me. You're the prize. I'm just hoping to win you over. And whether she realizes it consciously or not, her biology picks it up. Attraction is not logical. It's chemical. It's instinctual. It's primal. The moment you start orbiting around her, hovering, waiting, asking for time, checking in, you signal something dangerous to attraction. Lack of value. It's the emotional equivalent of standing outside her window with a boombox, begging for her attention. Rom-coms lied to you, my friend. You see, desperation isn't masculine. It's not mysterious. It's not sexy. It smells like fear, like self-doubt, like weakness. And women are not wired to desire weakness. They may pity it, they may tolerate it, but they don't desire it. Here's a hard truth. A woman doesn't choose the man who proves himself the most. She chooses the one who doesn't have to. Women are drawn to men who move with purpose, not men who orbit around them. A man on a mission, focused on his purpose, selective with his time, that man has value. He doesn't need to explain it. He radiates it. Now listen, I'm not telling you to play games. I'm telling you to stop chasing, because chasing is a game you've already lost. You're telling her, I have nothing more important than you. And she's thinking, then why should I want you? Think about this the Stoic way. A Stoic man doesn't react emotionally to rejection. He doesn't grasp. He doesn't beg. He observes. He accepts. He adjusts. He knows that value speaks louder than words. He attracts by being, not by begging. So if she pulls back, you don't panic, you don't chase. You pause. You keep moving forward. And here's the irony. The less you chase, the more she notices. The more you hold frame, the more she leans in. Not because you tricked her, but because you respected yourself enough to not need her. Number 2, chasing lowers your value. Here's something you probably never thought about. Every time you chase a woman, you lower your value in her eyes. And I'm not just talking about what you do. I'm talking about what your behavior communicates. When you're too available, when you're constantly texting, checking in, double texting, making plans she never confirms, you're not showing her interest. You're showing her that you've got nothing better going on. And to her, that screams low value. Think of it this way. You ever see a man who's actually wanted by women? He's not chasing. He's busy. He's focused. He's present when he's with you, but he's not around all the time. That kind of man? He's a challenge. And women love a challenge. Here's what happens when you overinvest too soon. She stops earning your time. She doesn't have to wonder if you like her. She knows. And once she knows she has you, the game's over. Because here's the psychological insight. Scarcity creates desire, and abundance kills it. You ever wonder why she was so into you at first? Youth. Then once you started showing too much attention, she cooled off? It wasn't because you changed. It was because you became too easy, too available, too eager. Let me tell you how women think. If she believes you're always waiting on her text, if you're ready to cancel your plans to see her, if you drop everything to please her, you just became safe, not exciting, not magnetic. Safe. And let's be real. You don't crave what's safe. You crave what's rare. That's why high-value men don't chase. They choose. They are selective. Their attention is earned. A Stoic man knows this. He doesn't need to be mean. He doesn't play games. He simply keeps his attention on his mission, his purpose. That's what gives him weight in the world. That's what makes him valuable. Because once a man starts living for something higher than just women, women start living to be part of his world. Number 3, you become her option, not her priority. When you chase, you put her in control. You hand her the power dynamic, and whether she means to or not, she uses it. You start off wanting to date her, but you end up being her emotional support guy. She texts you when she's bored. She calls you when another guy flakes. She knows you'll answer. You always do. But guess what? She never commits. Because she doesn't see you as the man she needs. She sees you as the man she can always have. And that makes you plan B. The backup plan. The just in case. You're no longer exciting. You're no longer the guy she thinks about at night. You're just comfortable, easy, predictable. But here's the truth. You were never meant to be an option. You were never meant to sit on the shelf, waiting for a woman to finally see your worth. That's not masculine energy. That's not stoic. What does a stoic man do? He steps back. He removes his attention. He gives her the gift of missing him, because space is powerful. And when a woman feels your absence, she starts to question her decisions. She starts to feel that silence, and silence creates tension, and tension brings clarity. If she's into you, she'll step up. If she's not, she'll drift. But either way, you win. Why? Because you didn't cling, you didn't chase, You didn't beg to be chosen. You're not an option, you're the prize, and prizes don't chase, they're earned. Number 4. It distracts you from your purpose. Let's talk about something sacred, something deeper than dating. Your mission. Your purpose. Your reason for waking up every morning and grinding. Here's the harsh truth that most men don't want to face. Every minute spent chasing her is time stolen from your purpose, your craft, your legacy. Think about that. You say you want to build a business. You say you want to master your body. You say you want to grow spiritually, mentally, financially. But you're glued to your phone, checking if she's seen your last message. You're breaking your routine, skipping workouts, losing sleep for a woman who isn't even showing up with the same energy. Now imagine this man. He starts every morning fired up. He hits the gym, he journals, he studies, he builds, but somewhere along the line, he meets a girl. And instead of staying on mission, he starts adjusting his schedule. He starts slipping. One day off the gym turns into a week. His work slows down, his goals start gathering dust. Why? Because he got distracted. Let me ask you, what kind of empire could you build with that time and energy you spent chasing? How far could you be right now if you poured that attention into your goals instead of women? Here's what they won't tell you. Women are not drawn to men who chase them. They're drawn to men who chase purpose, men who are locked in, men who have vision, men who know what they stand for and where they're going. And ironically, the more obsessed you are with your mission, the more magnetic you become. It's not a trick. It's just reality. Because when a man is on fire with purpose, he becomes rare. And rare is attractive. Remember what Marcus Aurelius said. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Be so focused on becoming the man you were meant to be that no woman can ever distract you from it. If she's for you, she'll admire your grind, she'll respect your purpose, she'll want to be part of it. And if she doesn't, she was never meant to walk beside you anyway. Let's close this out with the most powerful reason of all. Number 5. The right woman doesn't need to be chased. Here's the truth that brings it all together. The right woman does not need to be chased. When it's right, it flows. It's mutual. It's balanced. You don't have to beg. You don't have to perform. You don't have to send 3 texts in a row hoping for a reply. You just are. And she responds. It's not forced. It's not one-sided. It's not exhausting. That's the biggest test. If you feel like you constantly have to earn her attention, she's not the one. Let me repeat that. If you're always trying to prove yourself, trying to win her over, walking on eggshells to keep her interested, she is not your woman. Because a woman who's truly into you, she invests, she mirrors your energy, she texts first, she makes plans, she shows respect. It's mutual elevation, not emotional labor. And here's the stoic way to see it. You are the mountain, strong, still, steady. The storms may come, the winds may blow, but you remain grounded. And the right woman? She doesn't want to change the mountain. She wants to sit beside it, feel its strength, know that it doesn't need her, but welcomes her presence. The woman who deserves you will be drawn to your stillness, your power, your focus, not your pursuit. So let go of the idea that you need to prove yourself to anyone. The right woman will see you, and more than that, she'll value you for being you. Because the moment you stop chasing, you start attracting the right things. Not just in women, in life, purpose, peace, power. And that, my brother, is the life of a stoic. Let's land the plane. You came into this video confused, frustrated, maybe even angry. You gave effort, you gave attention, you showed up, and what did it get you? Ghosted, friend-zoned, used. But now you understand the why. Not because you weren't good enough, but because you were chasing. And chasing isn't noble. It's self-sabotage. It's the fastest way to hand your power away on a silver platter. You want to know the paradox of attraction? The man who doesn't chase becomes the man she chases. Because the man who doesn't chase is rare. He's calm, he's centered, he's focused on building, not begging. He doesn't look for permission to be desired. He knows his worth. So now you've got a choice. Keep chasing and keep losing, or step into your power and start attracting. Because this game, it's not about tactics, it's about transformation. It's not about being liked, it's about being respected. And that shift starts now. Let's talk in the comments. Drop a fire emoji if you've ever felt confused by a woman's signals. And tell me, what's the one thing that's held you back most with women? I read every single comment. This channel is here to help you level up, not just in dating, but in life. And if this hit home, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this. You're going to love what's next. In the next video, I'm breaking down 11 traits of the high-value man every woman desires. This one is loaded. It's going to show you exactly how to carry yourself, how to speak, how to walk into a room and command attraction without saying a word. If you're serious about becoming a man of value, do not miss it. The game changes the moment you stop chasing. The moment you realize you don't need to win her over, you just need to win yourself back, become the man she chases. Not by performing, but by becoming. See you in the next one.